everyone. So I'm so excited. Today is day number 1, the first day of this challenge. And this is the 10-day rose challenge hosted by none other than Summer Carter herself with Living Color Artists. I'm so excited to be the first live for you guys today. This is super stoked. I'm just like, ooh. And I know that this whole challenge is going to be so good. We have so many different guest hosts. We have so many things that are for you, but also challenging you, because this is going to be a challenge for more advanced painters and for painters who have just started, I don't know, a couple months, a year, whatever. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. Please make sure to like and follow Living Color Artists and NOLA Creative on Instagram and Facebook to make sure that you are up to date with everything that is going on with this challenge. When you are doing this, when you are participating in this challenge, make sure to hashtag Living Color Artists and hashtag 10-day rose challenge, because that is what's going to have you into the challenge and make sure that you are qualified to win 2 of our awesome prizes sponsored by 2 awesome ladies. Even though that's not the point of this, guys, we all need practice, okay? I need practice, you need practice, we all need to practice. And roses are something that you can always change up, you can always use in different faces and different designs that you will do throughout your career as a face and body painter and as an artist in general. I mean, roses are beautiful, right? So again, I'm Yasmeen Hart with Heartworks Face and Body Art, hosting the day 1 challenge. This is going to be a tribal rose design for this live. There's so many other, obviously 10 more days to participate in this, but make sure that you participate every single day. Show some love to all the people who are coming together and really being a part of this diverse movement that Summer Carter is putting on. I'm so honored to be here and to be a part of it. And I just want to go ahead and shout out our 2 sponsors for the prizes. The first one is Bling Mania Bling. And that is Miss Amanda Careford. She is an awesome artist and woman. And she also makes beautiful bling. Obviously, you can see here in the photo. And she makes beautiful, just adorned mirrors. And oh my gosh, I am like so excited and drooling over this prize. Like, I just want to like snag it out of the screen. It's gorgeous. Our second sponsor is Creative Faces Glitter Sticks, which is Andrea Moye. And she is also an amazing artist. You may know her from her Pro Air based artwork and also just her amazing products. She has 2 of these practice boards here, a mirror, and just all kinds of goodies for you. So if it wasn't enough already to be participating in this challenge, just know if you participate every single day of this 10-day rose challenge, hashtag 10-day rose challenge, you could possibly win one of these prizes. Like, come on. Incentive, y'all. Incentive. But anyway, yes, thank you guys for joining. Make sure if you haven't already shared this live, please share it. Please like Living Color Artists, NOLA Creative, like all the pages so that you can stay up to date. On Instagram, Summer has the schedule with all the different time zones as well, which is very helpful because I know we have people in the States and internationally participating. So make sure that you stay up to date by following her on Instagram and making sure that you get the right times for when challenges are starting in the day and when they're ending, okay? Everything is posted for you on Living Color Artists Instagram page. So please like, share this video, like and share the post so that everybody can participate and have a great time, okay? Let's see, what else am I forgetting? Okay, remember every single post you do, hashtag 10-day rose challenge and hashtag Living Color Artists to make sure that you are put in to win one of the 2 prizes, okay? All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and start painting because I mean, I can yap all day, but do y'all really want to hear me yap all day? Not really, okay? So I actually did a little pre-sketch of what I wanted to do. You can do this. This is just a picture of my practice board. Ooh. And I know it's a little bit bright, y'all, but like we gonna make it work. Anyway, it's gonna be a sort of asymmetrical rose tribal design. And the key to getting tribal to work for you is just having equal spacing in between your lines when you're doing your tribal lines. If you're really good at line work and swirls and curls and all things like that, then make sure that when you're doing tribal, you can still use a lot of those elements, but just sharpen them up a little bit, give them a little flair, a little attitude, you know, give some sharp edges, and it'll work. It'll turn into a different style of line work. That's really what tribal is. It's not as hard as it may seem. So not only am I going to be doing tribal, but the roses I'm doing will not be using one stroke. So if you are not a fan of one strokes, even though a lot of us are, I know that when I first started trying to use one strokes, it was harder for me to get the consistency right and all that. So showing you a different way of how to do that and still get a really cool rose in the end. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started by loading up one of my sponges with some, let's see, I'm going to be using Superstar Bright Blue in the beginning. I got to make sure I get my mirror here. All right. So I'm just spraying my little sponge here with some with some water, and I'm going to get some Superstar Bright Blue. This is sort of like a really good medium blue color. It's not too dark, not too light. And I got my mirror here, and I'm going to go over this side because this is my dominant side, and this is going to be my larger side. So get a little bit closer so y'all can see. Just going up through the middle of my eyebrow, making it almost like a butterfly shape at first. I already have some blue eyeshadow on, but I'm going to go right over that to match my shirt. I'm just tapping it on, y'all. You could also use a powder for this. I was going to use a powder, but I feel like the paint shows up a little bit better on screen. So I'm just tapping this on, angling it up. It doesn't have to be a super triangle shape. We're just getting some base color there. Okay, gotta get a little bit more of that blue and make a blob, like sort of like a circular shape, but it doesn't have to be a perfect circle right on my cheekbone. That's gonna be one of my roses, okay? And it's gonna be pretty large. So like so, just sort of dabbing it on. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle because a rose isn't a perfect circle. So just making a decent size oval circular shape on that side. All right, and then we're going to do the same kind of thing on the other side, just going over the cheekbone area with that same Superstar Bright Blue. So on this side, same cheekbone. Let me tuck my hair behind my ear a little bit. All right, so right on the cheekbone. And like I said, this is an asymmetrical design. That's one thing. If you struggle with symmetry, not saying that you shouldn't practice, try doing something asymmetrical so that you have one side that's bigger, it's more flamboyant, and the other side is just a little accent to what you're doing on the main side. All right, so then I'm going to take a little bit of a light blue. This one's going to be Tag Light Blue on the other side of the sponge, just to brighten up some of the areas. So I'm going to go right into the corner of the eye here, tapping it on. Not too much because I still want that dark blue to show. So we got a little gradient there. And then I'm going to do a little bit on this side. All right, in my little design, I forgot I have a little bud up here sort of on my forehead area. So I'm just going to do some of that dark blue again and add a tap of light blue. Right now it just looks like a bunch of blobs, but I promise it will look like something cool in a little bit. All right, just adding a little bit more of that light blue in the corner of the eye. So this is what we're starting with right here. All right, so now here's the fun part. We're going to take a larger round brush. I think this one is my fingers are all kinds of blue. This one, I believe, is a size 6 Louis Cornell brush. And I'm going to take that same Tag Light Blue that I had before and go ahead and load some of that onto my brush. And this is what we're going to start making those petals with on that one side for now. So what we're going to be doing is making these petals, and they're going to be sort of overlapping each other, and just shaping out the rose sort of the same way that you would with a one stroke, but because we have that dark base and we're going over it with this light, tag blue. I'm going to scoot you guys closer so y'all can see a bit more. So we're going to be starting in the middle and doing like a tiny C shape like this. And then we'll do one that's sort of going inside of that the opposite way. So like this. So you should have something like that. You're all up close and personal with me today. All right, and so then we're going to just be doing sort of tiger-esque lines going around and around until we get to the outside edge of this blue dot that we put before. So just thin to thick to thin, and we're going to keep overlapping them, sort of like laying bricks in a way. So I'm going to get a little bit more of that tag light blue. So we got one petal there. I'm going to do another one down at the bottom. Remember just to overlap them slightly, but you still want to have some of that space in between so you have some of that dark blue. And then just thin to thick, overlapping. And look at how that's already looking like a rose with just like 5 strokes. That's awesome. Make sure, guys, if you are watching this and you have friends that are artists or that want to practice painting roses, like and share this video, please, 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 because I want to show as many people as possible. And follow Living Color Artist on Instagram as well, please. She's awesome. There's so many good things to see. All right, so I'm just continuing these rose petals out until I don't see as much of that dark blue on the outside anymore. I'm doing it nice and slow so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right. Got a couple more spots that need some filling. I'm just using the pressure of that brush to really give me those petal-like shapes. All right, so that's what that first one's looking like right now. Now for this top one, this is going to be a little rose bud, so it's not going to be as full as this one is, but we're going to go ahead and do a little bit more of that tag light blue. And now at the top of this shape here, we're going to do the little C and backward C doodad. So C and backward C, sort of a little swirl at the top. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to do sort of a little S shape to curve and make that outline of this rosebud. Gotta get a little bit more pink because I'm talking a lot. All right. So from that one of those C shapes, we're going to sort of swerve it down like an S, like that, and then continue it up and around to connect to the top of the rosebud, like that. And then just finish off by closing in this side. So you have a little rosebud up here, and you got a big rose down here. Okay. All right, so now comes the fun part where we're going to be adding those tribal lines. So I'm going to go in with another number 6 round brush from Louis Cornell. This one I use for my dark colors. Make sure when you're doing your line work that you're doing at least one brush for lighter or white line work and then one brush for your darker colors, because we don't want to have muddied white the whole time. So I'm going to load this up with black. And the reason why I'm using this larger brush is because I won't have to go over my lines as much. For tribal work, you do want to have some thin to thick lines so you get that sharpness. But I'm also going to do a little trick to like make those tribal lines pop a bit. So that's why I want these lines thick so I can go back into the middles of them once I'm done with it. So loading this up really, really good. All right, so now the first thing I'm going to do is start on this side. And with tribal line work, you don't want to hesitate. You want to be confident in your line work. I know it's hard sometimes, but just sort of like, just trust your hand because you are an artist and you can do this. And we're going to flow up and follow this line up and sort of end in a pointed line. So just outlining this part first, nothing crazy. Starting from the corner of the eye, I'm going to try to make sure y'all can see. Starting from the corner of the eye and going up and flicking upwards. And I sort of hesitated here because I was nervous. I'm in front of you guys, but that's okay. There we go. So we got our first line for our tribal. And we're just going to do some foundational lines first and then fill in. Learn that from my Park on Instagram. She's awesome with tribal kind of line work. So that's our first line. Now I'm going to do a line to attach to this rosebud, still starting from that center corner of the eye point and going up to this rosebud. Okay. Again, make sure you are participating because this is an awesome way to get some practice in. This is the first day of the 10-day rose challenge. And this is the tribal live. So make sure when you are participating, when you post your pictures, do hashtag 10-day rose challenge and hashtag living color artist, and follow Living Color Artists on Instagram to stay updated with everything that's going on with this challenge and everything else, because this is a very awesome movement. It's very inclusive and diverse. And I love, love, love that about Miss Summer Carter and what she's doing for our community. So make sure to give her a follow and share this video. Okay. All right. So now that I have that line that's sort of going up to this rosebud, we're going to just do some thick to thin lines to do like a little encapsulation of this rosebud and do some leaves, because I'm not doing green leaves. I'm just doing some black line work. So thick to thin, going up like this. Perfect. All right. I'm just thickening that up a little bit. All right, so now I'm gonna do a line, a little triangle kind of doodad. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna start thin and sort of drop my brush into a teardrop, so a thin to thick teardrop, and then do that for each of the little triangle shapes. I'm gonna do some maybe 2 or 3 overlapping triangle shapes. You'll understand what I mean when I do it. So starting from the outside corner of my eye and going thin to a thick teardrop, then dropping and bring it in. And now I'm going to do another one sort of above that and overlapping it just to give it some edge, you know, a little bit of finesse there. All right, so that's the shape I have right now. And then I'm going to start from that same focal point, the corner of my eye, and go slightly above and not as far out and overlap it and do the same thing. So thin to thick and in. So it's like a cool little triangle shape there. Hi, Thomas. How are you, hon? You're so adorable. All right. So we got that going on right now. And now we're going to start filling in this area. You don't have to do too much going on like right above the eye, but we're going to do some more line work that sort of overlaps and flows. You can do swirls, you can do teardrops. As long as it has some like edge and some sharpness to it, it'll clear. What am I trying to say? It'll count as tribal line work. It doesn't have to look exactly the same as something else. Everybody has their own style. So I'm going to do another line. Let's see. I'm going to make this a double line here and bring it in through my eyebrow a little bit. And then I'm going to do a swirl shape right above this triangle shape here. Don't worry, I'm going to get to these roses again in a minute, I promise. I'm just trying to get the line work done first. All right, so right above this triangle shape, I'm going to follow that curve from that top triangle and swirl it into my eyelid. Like so. There we go. And then you can add those typical kind of tribal-esque ways of connecting lines. I'm going to do that with this double pointed line here. Gotta finish that off a little bit better. All right, so then sort of like a C shape, opposite C shape, and then fill in that area like that. All right, so now I'm still gonna, I need to outline these roses, but I'm gonna do it with a thinner brush. So for now, I'm gonna go to this side and do some of those triangle shapes on the side as well, and some extra little swirls and things. And then we'll go with a smaller round brush and finish off the look. So now with this side, we're gonna do just those triangle shapes first. So starting from the corner of the eye, following this little color I put here on my cheekbone. And don't mind my blue fingers, y'all. All right, so then dragging and dropping to a teardrop and going into a triangle shape. So drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and flick. That's one. And I'm going to do probably another two on this side since this side's a little bit smaller. And just overlapping them a bit. So drag and drop, and flick. And I'm going to do one more, a little bit smaller, just because I think it looks cool. All right, down here on the bottom to fill in that color. Boom. And now I'm going to add a little flick of black going up just to make it sort of match this flow up here. Practice makes perfect, guys. So I got that going on there. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more going on this part, going down my cheek a bit. All right. So just a little bit right here and do like a double swirl. Trying to make sure y'all can see. Like that and that. It doesn't really make sense right now, but I'm going to outline that rose too. All right, so now I'm going to go in with, I think, a number 2. Yes, a number 2 round brush, loaded up with the same black. When I'm doing line work, I usually use Fusion or Wolf Black. Oh, thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, hon. I think it's cool. I think it looks a little bit different than, you know, when you look at tribal tattoos or tribal line work with face painting. So I liked it. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and outline these roses. We're going to start with this main one first. And what we're going to do is sort of go in between those light blue areas and sort of outline very thinly, because I still want to show a little bit of that dark blue, thinly outline around it, and still using that same kind of tiger-esque line work. So, or tiger line work. So going around each of those. It doesn't have to be perfect. I feel like the more you wiggle it, the better, because it looks more like a rose. So just wiggle and go to thin lines. We're just following what we already have, guys. Nothing too crazy. Wiggle. And sometimes I like to put little slits in my rose petals just because I think it looks cool. Make sure you've shared this video, y'all. I would share it if I wasn't painting right now, but y'all gotta do it for me, okay? Share this video with your friends. Follow Living Color Artists so that you can participate in all 10 days of the 10-day Rose Challenge. Please and thank you. Do me a favor. All right. So we're just wiggling and bringing it in, and one more petal here. Perfect. All right, so we got that outline there. So you can see that it looks like a rose. We didn't do it with the one stroke. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with one strokes, but if you don't have one strokes in your kit, you know, just starting out, they're expensive, y'all. Like, I'm a frugal face painter and I know that they're expensive. So there's still ways of doing your roses without having one strokes on hand. Don't worry, don't fret. All right, so now with this top rosebud, we're just going to do the same thing, just outline where those light blue areas are. I just feel like it makes them pop a little bit more. You don't have to outline this. Everybody has their own preference, but I think it pops a bit more if they're outlined. All right, boom. Ooh, sorry. Okay, so we got that going on. And now it's just time to sort of finesse it. And we're going to add a little bit more line work with this thinner brush. I think I want to add some more here on on the bottom part of this design and sort of overlap it a little bit more. Add some eyeliner and some bling. Obviously, we're going to add some glitter, and then we'll be done. I'll probably add some little dots too. You know, you can add as little or as much as you want. All right, so I think I want to add some little teardrop sharpness down here. So I'm going to drag and drop and then flick it out. So drag and drop and then flick. I'll do another one like that. Finish this off a little bit better. Alrighty, and now I'm going to add a little bit of eyeliner. Try to make sure I'm still on camera. And you can make this super sharp at the corner if you like, or you could just leave it as a simple wing. Definitely want to see y'all painting today. I want to see everybody participating and doing the hashtag 10-day rose challenge. I want to see all of that. So make sure y'all are tagging hashtag 10-day rose challenge and living color artist so that we can see everybody's things. Everybody's I'm brain farting today. Everybody's roses, their tribal rose design for the first day. Okay. So now I'm going to do eyeliner on the other side. Just a simple cat eye. We are so lucky to have awesome sponsors for this. We have Bling Mania Bling, Miss Amanda Careford, and we have Creative Faces glitter sticks with Andrea Moye, and they are both so amazing for sponsoring these prizes. Like, give them some love. They deserve it, okay? All right, so I'm going to add a little point at the inner corner of my eye as well. Just little things. The little details count, y'all. So got some little pointed corners there. All right. We're almost done, guys. Just filling in where I feel it needs it. Sharpening up some lines. Adding some little tribal-esque details. Got that going on in the little corner to clean that up a bit. All right. Looking tribal-esque, y'all. All right. I see it. I see it coming together. I think the last thing I'm going to do is just get a round brush with some white and add some little dots around it just for some extra little detail. And this look will be done after some glitter. All right. So now I'm just going to load up my white line work brush with some Fusion Prime White, getting it nice and activated so we can get some good round dots. All right. Yes. Okay. So the way that you participate in the 10-day rose challenge, firstly, follow Living Color Artists on Instagram and on Facebook. Secondly, every day at 12 a.m., the challenge for the day will be announced. So every day, make sure you check in with Living Color Artists on Instagram to see what the challenge will be. After you see the challenge, you have 24 hours to get that challenge in for the day. So it has to be created that day. It's not going to be announced until that day, so you can't cheat. So you got to participate that day for that theme. It has to be original. It can't have been done before. And then after you create it, you'll post it on your social media with the hashtags 10-day rose challenge. and also the hashtag living color artist. This is what gets you into the contest to be able to win the prizes. So, yes, you have to post every day, every single day, for every theme for every day to be able to qualify to win the prizes. That is so, so, so important. So that's why I'm saying make sure you're following living color artists. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's for a reason. Make sure you're following living color artists on Instagram so that you know what the themes are going to be every single day, and also can participate because we need the practice. We can also possibly win a prize. There's no downside. So get on it, y'all, like for real. And practice your roses and like show everybody what you can do. And so that we can all be inspired by each other. That's what it's all about. So, oh, thank you, Thomas. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just feel like I'm not saying one strokes are overrated, but I feel like there are other ways to paint roses. So why not show a couple, you know? All right, so what I was doing before is loading up this white brush to get some little dots in. So I'm just gonna add some where there's some empty spaces and I feel like it needs a little something. Just add some dots. Gets a little highlight there. And you can also add some highlights onto this rose. Yes, the theme for today is tribal rose designs. So it could be any medium, it could be anything. Here's the flyer so you can see what today's theme is. That's why I'm doing the tribal line work around my roses. So just make sure to add some kind of tribal element to your rose so that it will be able to be qualified for today's theme, okay? It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. It could be your own unique original design. I encourage you to create your own original unique design, but if you did, go ahead and paint with me. I would love to see it by using the hashtags 10-Day Rose Challenge and hashtag Living Color Artist so that we can all see your why am I brain farting on the word? Your rose design for today. Y'all, it's one of those days. I don't know what's going on. All right, so just adding some more little white dots. I'm going to add a couple of highlights on these petals. Nothing too much because I don't want it to overpower the blue, but just a couple. It doesn't hurt. A couple highlights never hurt nobody. All right, I'm going to get a little bit more because I used up that load to get some more dots. A couple dots at the corner of my eye because I like the way that looks. Go ahead and do a couple dots up here. Just starting big and going really thin. All right, and then I'm gonna do a couple on this side and we'll be done, y'all. Like for real. Nice and easy, nothing crazy. Already elements that you know how to do. You just gotta do them in different ways. Play around with it, you know? All right, go ahead and do these 3 corner dots like I did on the other side. And now to add some glitter, of course. So I'm just gonna get this dark blue glitter that I have here. Wet my finger a little bit, put a little bit over these blue areas, and call it a day. All right. Beautiful. Love it. I'm not going to cover up my roses because I want y'all to be able to see that. So beautiful. All right. So I'm going to get really up close and personal so y'all can see this a little bit better. So here's what we got going on this side. Like I said, use that same kind of technique that you use in your normal line work when you're doing eye designs and butterflies and tigers and all of that. Make it a little bit sharper and make sure to have some even spacing between those lines. And you've got tribal work. So it's nothing too crazy. It's a little, you know, with our roses, we can do roses in different ways. Don't be overwhelmed with your one strokes. And then I got this side going on with the little triangle-esque shapes here. And some glitter and some white highlights, and you've got yourself a rose tribal design. So I'm going to reiterate some things. Let me get my checklist so I can make sure to let y'all know what is going on. Remember, this is day 1 of the 10-Day Rose Challenge. So today's theme with me was the tribal rose design. This is what this live was themed. There's going to be a live every day by an awesome host. So make sure to stay tuned because I know that y'all are going to love every single live that happens. Every single day, it will be announced on Living Color Artist page on Instagram. So make sure that if you're not already following them, follow that page so that you can stay up to date with everything that's going on with the 10-Day Rose Challenge. We have two awesome sponsors. We have Bling Mania Bling, Miss Amanda Careford, and we have Creative Faces Glitter Sticks with Andrea Moye. They have sponsored beautiful prizes, bling. We've got some awesome mirrors. We've got some practice boards so you can practice at home without having to paint your face or somebody else's face. There's so many awesome goodies to be won, but you have to participate every single day of this Rose Challenge to be able to qualify for the prizes. So, I'm late still. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dominique. Love y'all. So yeah, make sure to participate every single day, even if it's something super small. Just complete the design. Make sure you turn it in before midnight that day with the hashtags Living Color Artist and hashtag 10-Day Rose Challenge on Instagram so that you can be qualified to win these prizes and so that you can just have some bragging rights like, hey, I participated 10 days in this 10-Day Rose Challenge. That's an accomplishment. That's an accomplishment for anybody. So make sure to follow Living Color Artists on Instagram. Follow all of the awesome hosts, not just me, everybody else. I'm not going to spoil anything because they are surprises, but every day it'll be announced. And make sure to give them some love and watch their lives and share it with your friends so that so many more people can participate and be a part of the Living Color Artist movement. Okay? This is my, I am a Hart Workspace and Body Art. So if you're not following me, then you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. I have been making unicorn horns like crazy. So if you don't have any unicorn horns, but you want to try making some unicorn horn bling, hit me up. You can just slide in my DMs and we can make that happen. I'm making all kinds of colors and everything. So just let me know if you need anything. And again, this is the 10-Day Rose Challenge. This is what's going to be happening tomorrow, Tuesday, August 17th. Just join us back here at NOLA Creative on Facebook and YouTube Live at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you are not in the Central Standard CST time zone, make sure you check the post that has the different time zones on Living Color Artist Instagram page. There's a post dedicated to showing you what time you need to be looking for where you're at. So make sure to check out that post. Go ahead and take a screenshot of that so you can have it and know when you need to be checking in for these lives because they are at different times every day. We all had different availability. We had to make it work. So make sure you check in with that and make sure you have the right times for every day so you can join in on each of the lives with each of the amazing, amazing, awesome hosts that we have for the Living Color Artist 10-Day Rose Challenge. So I think I hit all the spots. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anything on my checklist one more time. Are there any questions for me about the design while I'm here? Because I can totally answer any questions that y'all may have or about the challenge or about anything that has to do with this 10-Day Rose Challenge or Living Color Artist. Just let me know. If not, then, I'll just show y'all my face again so y'all can have some little inspo. Feel free to screenshot. Feel free to tag 10-Day Rose Challenge and Living Color Artists so that we can see your work. Okay. I hope that y'all enjoyed this live with me. It's been awesome. I'm so honored to be a part of the Living Color Artist movement. Like, y'all, this is definitely so much fun because it's just so inclusive and it's so diverse. There's so many of us that are part of this team that make these things happen for you. I love being able to have interactive time with fellow artists and fellow creatives and fellow face painters and body painters, and all of that is awesome. So just make sure to, if you have any questions, just let me know. We're all here for you. We're all here for each other. So we want to make this a great experience. And the Rose Challenge is really just to have fun and to be able to challenge yourself to do something new. And also, to just do something new and create something original every single day that has to be rose themed. So I think that is everything, but make sure to give Living Color Artists a follow on Instagram to stay tuned with everything else that's going on with this 10-day rose challenge. Thank you again for everyone who is participating. Thank you to our awesome sponsors, Creative Faces, Glitter Sticks, and Bling Mania Bling, Amanda Careford, and Andrea Moye. Thank you, Summer Carter, for having me and allowing me to host the first day of the 10-Day Rose Challenge, because it's been awesome. I've been having so much fun, and I can't wait to see what other rose specialties we have for the rest of the 10-Day Rose Challenge, because I'll be participating too. So this is super fun. Thank you guys again for watching this live with me. And again, I'm Yasmeen Hart with Heartworks Face and Body Art, starting off your time with the 10-Day Rose Challenge with this tribal rose design. So thank you guys.